Well, look, you did a horror film. We didn't really have that, our thing, all right? You know, you did a horror film. So you had to come up with, okay, this is disease, flesh-eating disease stage 1. This is flesh-eating disease stage 2. Okay, now Jordan Ladd in the shed is like this. I really didn't get into that.
Pancakes! Pancakes!
No pancakes.
Pancakes!
No pancakes!
Well, you have no choice, but then at the same time, the weird irony of cabin fever is nobody dies from the fucking disease, all right? They die, they get the disease, but they die from their friends or from random people. We don't even know if the disease would kill you. And then, and when Ryder Strong is now caving in skulls with shovels, you think he's gone rather extreme. But at that very first screening with the AFI Festival that I saw, and I'm sure it was repeated all over America when it played, the moment when we know the river is full of this disease crap, and then he's got to get something out of the river, and then the ladder breaks and he falls right in
onto the body.
The muck. The entire audience just jumped out of their skin just screaming because the worst thing that could possibly happen.
You know, I love horror movies so much, and to actually be involved with a horror movie that not only is just scary, not only is fun, but is actually genuinely horrifying.
Yes.
This movie is horrifying. To actually be involved with something like that is just so exciting. I cannot wait for this weekend when it opens up and see it with a bunch of people on the opening weekend. But what's funny though is the film is so scary. Normally when you do a promotional thing, you go out and you're like, yeah, come on, come see the movie. But with Hostel, it's a little bit more like a warning, publicity tour. You're like, be careful about the film. You might be you might end up in a hospital at the end of the night, but you passed out.
Right.
We've actually had, this is no joke, we've actually had people pass out at screenings and they had to call the paramedics.
We've had that at this show, too, by the way, during the monologue for very different reasons.
But it's funny because it's all perspective, because I go and see a Hostel and I really get a kick out of it, but I went and saw The Family Stone and I almost passed out and they had to call the paramedics. Well, okay, I'm exaggerating, but I think I did call the suicide hotline, I think.
Well, you do what you got to do.
Right. Yeah, it's like these kids are on the Eurail pass and they're traveling through Europe, a bunch of American kids, and part of the thing about it is they hey, oh, you got to go to this place in Eastern Europe and the hostels is great there, and the women are great, and you're just going to love it there. So they go there, but what it actually is a front for the Russian mafia. For if you want to actually go and see what it's like to kill somebody and torture them, this is where you go. And these kids that are lured to these hostels are the victims.
Right.
And he is being tortured by one of the people who paid to see what it's like to kill and torture somebody. If you walk in the hostel at the wrong scene, it could play like the worst porno ever. You're like, oh my God, that's what gets you off?
Yeah.
In Iceland, I'm in a room full of supermodels who are drunk out of their mind, so drunk that they're passing out in your bathroom or vomiting all over you.
Right.